Another arrest following the crisis at the Capitol. This time it's a Montgomery County man who was on probation, even wearing a GPS monitor. Welcome to the News at 7, everyone. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Denise Koch. That monitor is what helped authorities track him down. And WJZ's live Avajoy Burnett explains his probation officers granted him permission to go to D.C. that day. Avajoy.
Well, that suspect was on parole when he requested permission to go to Washington, D.C. to sell Bibles. Well, according to the affidavit, he later told his probation officer that he was inside the U.S. Capitol.
A Maryland man with known white supremacist views was arrested this weekend after his GPS monitor placed him at the U.S. Capitol during the riots. According to the affidavit, just 2 days before the riots, Brian Bettenker, who was on parole after a burglary conviction, petitioned a probation officer in a text message for permission to go to D.C. to sell Bibles. He wrote, "Good evening, agent. Would you give me permission to go?" The request was ultimately granted, but less than 48 hours later, investigators say Bettenker posted photos in the crowd, one wearing a Proud Boy shirt, another on scaffolding at the U.S. Capitol with a Confederate flag.
This did not require rocket science investigatory techniques to figure out that he had been involved.
Professor Michael Greenberger with the University of Maryland said many of the people who stormed the U.S. Capitol that day were misguided.
These people who were involved in January 6th are very proud of it. They have selfies, they have videos, they're telling friends and acquaintances they did what they did. And that's how these indictments are running up so quickly.
The Department of Correctional Services said parole and probation has been working closely with federal authorities and is continuing its investigation in cooperation with them.
And once again, according to that affidavit, the suspect told his probation officer that he was actually inside the U.S. Capitol, but then he apparently tried to change that story. There's another portion of this. There was a witness who told investigators that they saw that person's posts on social media, and then they contacted the authorities. Live at 7, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.
Avajoy, thank you. Governor Hogan was in D.C. this afternoon. He met with members of the Maryland National Guard there who are supporting security operations near the Capitol. Now, there are thousands of guardsmen in the district ahead of the inauguration, about 800 of them from right here in Maryland.